Record. So today I wanted to get through the experience sections and the education sections and go over the skills and endorsements. Maybe we'll have time to get into the recommendations, because I want to get through all these different sections of the profile so that we can be finished and start really getting to the meat of working on LinkedIn, using LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Sense?
Yep.
Okay, are you ready to share your screen?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Then hit get started.
Just a minute. You're already in Zoom. You don't want to do that. You want to open up a new browser window. You're on a Mac, aren't you? You're not on a PC.
Right.
So you want to go where there's a plus sign. There's a plus sign there, I think, in the right corner. You can open up a new window. And in the black line across the top, if you go to the very far right. Yeah.
I see it.
And then you can log into, in there, you can log into LinkedIn. I think you can. I'm not a Mac person, so.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Rather than opening up a whole new, you should be able to just open up another little browser window that actually it ends up to be like a file folder.
Okay. So I'm just going to try something here to see if it'll. I thought it would expand this, but because I pushed it on the, and it goes to Apple.
Yeah, and you should be able to just type in there what LinkedIn. How do you usually go into LinkedIn?
I'll just go right through the a new window that says LinkedIn.
Yeah, this should open up a new window here.
It's opened it up, but it isn't. I can't put anything in it.
Okay, well, maybe I should share my screen then. So you need to stop sharing your screen.
So
you had at the very top where you should see an orange bar and a black bar at the very top of your screen, and it should have a drop-down menu where it says options, and should drop down and you can click stop share.
Well, I clicked on, okay, it's at the bottom now.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
There you go. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen.
Okay. Then I'm just going to turn around, and that way I'll be in better light for you.
Okay. Okay, so just to review quickly, what we've done so far is we've gone through your profile. And we've reviewed about how to get a picture for your background, right? So So how's that coming along?
I've got a couple that I had set up
Uh-huh.
before, because I was trying to get something in nature,
Mm-hmm.
and all I got to do is size them and put them in.
Okay, that's good. And you've got a new headline?
Yeah, meaning, did you look at 5 billion sales?
On your profile?
Mhm.
Well, okay, let's go into your profile.
Well, in 5 billion sales, I put a short statement in there in quotes. And so, because I had
Am I spelling your name right?
Fritzler, right? You're correct.
But that's not you. There you are. Okay.
Mhm.
So I remember we worked on your headline. We worked on your, you have a nice picture there. And the background you're working on. And so what were you trying to explain to me about 5 billion sales? Have you got that uploaded on your experience?
I got the picture in there. And then there's words in there, a couple of quotes.
Where is
And
that?
similar
Where is that at?
in 5 billion sales.
Okay, so I see independent designer, illustrator. Where did you put your 5 billion sales?
Well, I didn't put it in here.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to see if that information made sense to you.
Oh, yeah, to put that into 5 billion sales?
Well,
Yeah, because that's about what you do, right?
well, we would, yeah. Because I'll have to continually go through this for probably 2 months because there's only so much time in the day.
Oh, yeah.
And
You big time.
the Zoom
Yeah.
industry wants me on Zooms 8 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Oh, yeah. You have to pick and choose.
Yeah. And so anyway, I'm just trying to generate income.
Mhm.
To
And
start
we
with,
all are, right? We're all in that position.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. And so this thing that happened the last basically four days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, they went on till like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, my.
They were in California.
So was this to do with your network marketing company?
Um,
Or was it to do with 5 billion sales?
this had to do with Dream Builder coaching.
Oh, okay. I understand. Those are the only ones that have really long sessions if they're coaches. So let's
Yeah.
just go over your about section here.
Okay.
Growing up in an environment of science and nature. Okay, the only thing that I see here is that you're talking all about you. You're talking about all your credits kind of thing, right? And what
Yeah.
you've learned. So you can use all of this information and just twist it to be like them. So in this first paragraph, for instance, as a native of Colorado, growing up in an environment of science and nature, it has provided an extensive background in the industry related to healthcare and publications of all types. And then you could say our goal is to enhance, but you don't want to say that yet. Next, you want to say, so does this ring a bell with you and what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been thinking more about your health and where you want to go with your health these days? And then you can say, humbly speaking, our goal is to enhance and provide quality service for individuals, publishers, and industry through the following things, right? Then you can say med and biographic designs. And, but I wouldn't put some of these, you can say med and biographic designs, Inc., but that hashtag med quill, is that the name of one of the products?
Well, no, it's still, you're answering the question that I could not figure out at the time. And that is, how do you attract people to you unless they're out looking for scientific and medical illustrators?
Yeah, in your about page, you need to ask them about them. You make a little statement and then you say, how do you feel about your health and wellness? Has things happened in your life that have come to the forefront and made you think twice about your lifestyle? And so you want to just ask kinds of questions like that throughout the, medandbiographics.com purpose is to offer integrated graphic design and pre-press ready documents for publishers in science and business and government. Have you been struggling with how to compose your, how to write what you do and attract your perfect prospects? And so you want to be less technical, more lay English, I call it. People read at about grade 4 level, grade 3 to grade 4 level. Did you know that?
Yeah, I do.
And so you're writing here at a university level. I'm sure that you're gonna, if you were to put this into Grammarly, you'd find it that you were at a university level in your writing, which is admirable. I'm not, don't get me wrong, but you want to attract people to you. And most people read at a grade 3 to 4 level. And if you read a newspaper and you look at the Globe and Mail, for instance, they try to write those newspapers at about a grade 4 level. And so I always refer to a newspaper when I'm trying to figure out how to put a phrase together. I'll go to the newspaper and I'll look up a topic and see how they phrase that, things around that topic. And it helps me get ideas. Or I'll just Google topics online and see how they phrase those topics. So what you could do is you could say med and biographics can be a little bit daunting to some people. But here's what it is in lay terminology.
Yeah.
And just say, does that help you understand better? I hope that helps you understand better what I'm speaking about. Because my main goal is to help people improve their health and their lifestyle, and to help them improve their business as a result of the things that they can learn from me and what I'm doing. What are some of the things you've been, so let's go over to my profile. I'm going to open up another window here, and I'll just open it up in LinkedIn.
So in actual med and biographics, basically I spent most of my time doing surgical illustration.
Yeah.
And so typically over time it became less and less because of the technology, but I'd spend a whole surgical session standing there making sketches and listening to the surgeon say what he was trying to show people, right? And so anyway,
So what is your goal? Is your goal to reach out to the surgeons or to reach out to lay people?
well, so today, I haven't been doing this type of work. What made it work was that I had the print company and all that graphic production. So I had other people, plus sometimes I had 3 or 4 medical illustrators.
So
Well,
you're not doing the print business anymore though, right?
Well, not in that way. Really, it's like a broker. I can manage, somebody wants to get something done. There's where comes the conversation about what's your budget? Have you done this before? If they say no, it's like, well, I don't want to have this be sticker shock, but there's all these things you can do. Like you've got to have a good manuscript. If you've got your own, like you got photographs, visuals, and you need illustration, that's another component that can be added. But to produce a print job in the correct way, we have to go through this checkoff list and basically pre-sort everything to make sure it's all there. Otherwise, when you see the finished product, you go, well, this is missing and that's missing. Well, then you got to go all the way through that setup again. And that gets very expensive.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so with like nutrigenomics, with herbal substances, because the focus of this is really, it's a workaround to the pharmaceutical industry. And the name that characterizes it the best is nutrigenomics.
Yes, I love that name.
Because then you've got the bakeries and the cafes and, organic restaurants.
Right.
They're all in that vein, right? And so you've got other products and maybe supplements, but so for people that are interested in improving their health and wellness, well, the good thing about the Dream Builder coaching is that usually you get into a conversation that has to do with not just their health and wellness, but it's their vocation and their relationships, whether they're business or family or whatever. And it's the goal that they have for time and money freedom, if they have that goal at all. But anyway, so it gets to be a little more technical on that end.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so if I can just get something in there out and start working with it, I can just keep refining it.
Right. So that's why I'm showing you my about page.
Gotcha.
So what I've done is I've revamped my whole about page. So it talks about dreams.
Yes.
And so that people can relate to me. Because most of the people that read my about page are their lay people, and they read it about a grade 3-4 level, right?
Yeah.
So this is written at about a grade 4 level. And
Gotcha.
And so I would suggest that you read through my about page.
Yes.
And draw some ideas from there so that you can use similar things in talking about what you do. Because I am not a dummy. I'm a science major. When I went to university, I was majored in sciences. And what you're talking about, I understand a lot of it. I don't understand it at all because I'm not all of it, because
Yeah.
I only have 2 years in sciences, right?
Well, nobody understands all of it. And these
Yeah.
doctors and surgeons
Yeah.
and all these people, they live on this pedestal, and some of them are as dumb as dirt,
Mm.
literally.
Well, I just got back from Florida, as you know, and my son-in-law that where I was visiting is a lawyer. He's brilliant. He sat at the dinner table one night and he explained to me what about the vaccine and how they need to change the way that they work with this vaccine and get it so that it delves into the proteins of the cell and makes the cell create proteins, and these proteins, he had names of them and everything. And I said, you should go into science. So, but I'm just using that as an example. You are brilliant with all these scientific explanations and all the things that you've done. But we are now in the 21st century. And there's a lot of things that you are really, really good at. And you've even told me that. You're good at it, you've done it, but things have changed in your industry, right?
Oh, yeah.
So by reading through this and getting some ideas, you can adapt some of the things the way I've written them in my about page, and pardon my terminology, but dumb down.
Yeah. No, it's that we're on the same page. We are.
Yeah. So I'm going to leave that with you,
Okay.
because you'll understand better as you read through my about page and see how
You're giving me the guidance I've been looking for.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just, I don't mind if you copy some of the way I phrase things. I don't mind at all. Okay, feel free,
I appreciate that.
because we aren't both connected to all the same people. We're both connected to a lot of different people. And then when you get to your experience, look at what I've done with my experience. I have not listed any of the actual things that I'm an expert at.
Mhm.
But I do, in my headline, I do talk about the fact that I build multiple streams of income, and I use LinkedIn to help people build multiple streams of income. So I'm helping you crack the LinkedIn code, which is actually a phrase I got from Gloria.
Uh-huh.
And so prospecting can be simple and easy, but you've got to know the secrets. And are you self-employed? I was self-employed since April of 2020 using the LinkedIn code. And then I wrote a few things here. Copy and paste this link to get your copy now. So you could copy this. People can copy this and they can go to Gloria's course on cracking the LinkedIn code. And I get paid a commission when people sign up for her course. She's the first coach I've ever found that pays me 3 times.
Mhm. I got you.
So, and these are really great, simple secrets. And she has another course called the 60-minute power recruiting for LinkedIn. This was the very first course that I took with her. And then this one is about the bump card and increasing your business 20-fold.
Yeah.
And I just was on a really good meeting today. I didn't see you on there, the corporate meeting today at 2:00 Eastern.
I was trying to be on it, and after the weekend and then driving here, because it's a 3-hour to 4-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
And so anyway, I know, and I have the sense of how everything's fitting together.
Mm-hmm.
And that if I didn't keep pursuing this, how does one be successful in this digital world? That the whole thing of social media is the pivotal thing, really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just going to take time still to keep sorting it through. But I know I need to get that bump card functional.
Mm-hmm.
And the 5 billion thing, I believe I can contact 5 or 6 or 10 people and say, if you've been looking for other money streams
Mhm.
of income, like here's one that's really, once you get it set up, it just runs on its own. And yet 5 billion wants you to make sure you log in at least once a week, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to have the social media things there, which Facebook, Twitter, and Google, right?
Mhm.
And they want another one, a fourth thing, I believe.
Yeah, I've been reading through their emails. So let's just sum this up here quickly.
Yep.
So this Rockstar, I just realized I'm using a different platform. I'm using Keep, so I changed a couple of the terms that I use in here. But this is about how to build your email list, right?
Mhm.
And set up funnels. And then this is all about how to use LinkedIn. And I've got some videos that I've done. And this was the very first video that I actually had done for me. My oldest son did this for me way back in 2011.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of the things that we taught in there are the secrets of LinkedIn. And so there's 5 more experiences that I list on here.
Uh-huh.
And then my education, and then licenses and certifications. So a lot of people forget to do this. So I've got your licenses, and so, but one of the things that I did not do in my licenses and certifications, I didn't on my education, I did put descriptions in, and descriptions are really important. A lot of people don't put the descriptions in, and we need to tell people all the different things that we studied so that it gives a better idea of what our capabilities are.
Yeah. And so I got different scenarios of some of these descriptions that
Mhm.
that fit me,
Mhm.
but I never could see. You know what paradigms are?
Yes, I do.
So I have a paradigm that says, oh, you don't want to put that in there. You're bragging too much, or only people that have a higher degree than you are allowed to write those things. When
Mhm.
I see all the time, one guy said that he produced several thousand catalogs, and the time frame that he didn't actually say, but by the dates on the site, like LinkedIn or what have you, is only 2 years. You're lucky if you could do one catalog in a year.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so he says thousands. And it's like, well, what do you mean? Define it. Anyway, it's just an example.
Mhm.
And I try to stay out of that trap myself. That's all.
Yeah.
But
So when you read through my profile, you'll see. So when I was I just list the things that I studied while I was in my education, right? And I try to keep it very simple about my experience as well, so that, but I try to pull my audience into me and get them to help them to relate to me. And that's the way I write my emails as well. I try to pull people in by helping them relate through their own life, what it might feel like, right?
yeah, because it's attractive
Yeah.
marketing,
Yeah.
and
Attraction marketing. Yeah.
it's a magnetic attraction field.
Yeah.
And so HubSpot makes a big point about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm only saying that so I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's our skills and endorsements here.
Mhm.
And one of the things I have found that is really important is to endorse people. Because LinkedIn wants us to have 99 plus endorsements on our key skills, especially our top three, the first three on our list.
Mhm.
And I just added affiliate marketing about a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
and I've got up to 79 now. But I've got others that are, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah,
I've got a few that are at 99 plus, right? And that's the goal, is we want to get to that 99 plus. And the reason for that is because then the search engines on LinkedIn check you out more.
yeah.
So they show you then to more people. So all these categories, all these skills,
Because they're
they are
keywords.
their keywords, right? So they're keywords for the search engines to, I call the search engines cookie monsters.
Mhm.
They see a new keyword and they go, oh, gobble, 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 gobble.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like Cookie Monster on Sesame Street. So think, and you can put up to 50 skills. You can list up to 50 skills here. And but you want your best top 3 skills here in the very
So what's your impression of me in my top 3 skills?
well, let's see.
I know you don't really know me,
Yeah,
but you have an
you've
impression.
got some skills here that you've already listed. And so I would put, like, you've got graphic design and marketing and illustration. They're great skills, but things have changed over the years, right? So I would put in your top skills, I would put things like team building,
Mhm.
marketing, sales and marketing, or marketing. They're really great keywords that are used a lot.
Mhm.
And you don't put the name of your company anywhere on your profile.
Okay.
You can put the fact that you're a network marketer. You can put the fact that you help people improve their health. And one other thing you can put on there is health and wellness.
Because the whole nutrition thing and really the like the trace minerals and, if you will, vitamins
Mm-hmm.
that actually really do something for you, that if they're not present, you end up with certain conditions.
Yeah, so I would put some of the things like trace minerals and vitamins, I'd put them down in these lower sections here, because you don't have 50. You haven't reached 50 yet.
Yeah.
So I would put some of the more technical names down in here and put the ones that are more common in your top 3, so that the search engines will find you faster. And then one of the things I do is, now when I'm at home, I'm not babysitting my daughter's kids or something. That was kind of an emergency because the baby was really sick.
Yeah.
But
No, I understood.
so when I'm working at my own office, I every day have a routine that I go through. Number 1, I invite at least 25 people to connect with me on LinkedIn who are in network marketing businesses, because that's what I specialize in, is helping people build their network marketing businesses using LinkedIn. Plus, I have my own network marketing businesses, right?
Mhm.
And then number 2, I send a message to all the people who have accepted connections from me that day, all the new people that have accepted a connection. So I send them a message that says, Hey, Joe, thanks for accepting or for connecting or linking. Thanks for linking up with me on LinkedIn, or thanks for joining my network on LinkedIn. You can word it however you want, right?
Yeah.
And so I have a Word document that I keep, and this Word document is many pages long. And I've got it divided into sections. I've got a tapestry section. I've got a LinkedIn Turbochargers section, and I've got a bump card invite section. And so when somebody connects with me on LinkedIn, this is what I say. I call it a preempt, but I say, thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. After what we've all been through these past 19 months, I hope this finds you well. And that's all I say. And I wait to see what they come back to me with. And then I respond to them, and they'll say, oh, we're doing great, thanks. Most of the people come back and say, doing great, thanks. How about you? And then I'll say, doing awesome. By the way, and then I ask them this question, by the way, as a fellow business owner, are you open to additional streams of passive income? And then we get business. So they have to get back and answer me, right? And some of them will, and some of them won't. So you want to be able to get it to the point where people are responding to you, and you only have to respond to the ones who respond to you, okay?
Yeah.
And then if they come back to me and say, oh yeah, or sure, or all the time, or something that's positive that they are open, then I send them this link. Everyone makes money with this, exclamation mark. I found some totally passive income you might like to see. It's simple, it's cheap, and it's a load of fun just using the internet. While it's in beta, membership is free until the end of October. So this is for 5 billion sales, right? This could be a key to ending world poverty. Let me know and I'll share a 3-minute video, Christine. So I never give anybody a link until they ask me for it.
Yeah.
Because LinkedIn is watching. They watch our conversation threads. And if they see that we're blasting people with links all the time, they don't like that. And you can get your profile sent to LinkedIn jail, I call it.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
see, that's where when I built Design Point Communications, Inc., it was really realizing that a customer is much easier to upgrade than it is to find a new customer.
That's right.
And so, like you are providing really good customer service, I try to do the same thing. And anyway, that seems to be that kind of individual that I'm looking for, that really wants help, but doesn't want to feel like they're being pushed or drug along.
Right. So I've got different emails here. So here's some more for 5 billion sales. I've got my sign up link here that I can just go in and copy and paste. I've got my husband's sign up link, so I can copy and paste his link. So I'm building 2 teams basically.
Yeah.
And then Gloria's overview that her presentation, I've got that here. And
well, I would probably substitute Gloria's for what you have, right?
Yeah, if you'd like to do that, that would be great.
And because without having a conversation with Gloria, which I figure the first thing she's going to say is, I don't have time for that right now.
Yeah.
Because 5 billion sales is going to become activated any day.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't know exactly when.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my suggestion is to you to develop a form document like this that is divided into sections, so that you've got your pro tandem in one section. You've got your 5 billion sales in another section, your tapestry in another section, your LinkedIn stuff, the bump card stuff, all in different sections. So that way, you know, you can, and you have them highlighted. I've got them highlighted in color. So it's easy for me to find the section,
Well,
right?
I've done the same thing. I've already started building those,
Uh-huh.
and then part of it's a time crunch now.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, which one of these links, meaning
Mhm.
is like the best introductory, and then the one that follows that, you know, and how
Mhm.
many follow-ups do you want to have? Like 3, 4, 5, 10? I see on 5 billion sales that there's about 25 links they want us to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I don't, it took a long time to get, and I don't like the word get, to resonate with somebody that could explain it in a way like we're talking about it.
Right.
And so I know I can do this. I really do. I know I can. I know that the bump card is a really good tool.
Mm-hmm.
And but it still takes a lot of concentration and thinking to set it, to put the words in.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbing things and pasting them are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not being a particularly, I have to be more brave about making a video.
Right.
Of course, I
had to do that too. I can relate.
and I need to figure out the best way to do that.
Right.
And I
So,
know you got to have lighting.
uh-huh.
What you wear makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, I have these people in LifeVantage saying, "Oh, just take a snapshot. Take any old snapshot. That'll be just fine." Well, the first impression is the one that usually is remembered the most.
That's right. I
And
understand.
so it's been that part of that whole thing. If I didn't have a perspective on what's real and what's just words, meaning people just say things so easily,
Mm-hmm.
I would have been out of it a long time ago.
I use these little recipe cards.
Mhm.
I don't know if you can see, but I use these little recipe cards and I have a list on my recipe cards
Yep.
and I have it propped up against a corner of my computer
Yeah.
so that people can't see it. It's not on the camera at all. And so that way it helps keep me on topic.
Mhm.
Yeah, you use those little notes too. Good for you. That's
Yeah. And anyway,
awesome.
I only did that because, yes, I know what you're saying.
Mhm.
And I say, great minds resonate together.
That's awesome. I always say great minds think alike.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, we're at 5 o'clock now, my time. And so
Yeah.
that would be 7 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stop the recording because I need to move on to get some other work done today. I'm so far behind because I haven't been able to do hardly anything last week.
I know. And I got drug into these other things, but I have to say, dream building led me to you, really.
Awesome.
And I thought Jarvis was going to be more like the way you are,
Oh,
but he's so busy building and building because he has a need. He hasn't filled that need for himself yet.
right.
And I don't have any animosity toward him one bit.
No, yeah. Everybody has their own goals, right?
Well, they need to.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit in the universe really wants us to.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
really,
going to stop share.
okay,
So you can always look at my video because I'm going to save this video and I'll send that out to the group. And then you can stop the video and copy what is in that document that I had shared with you.
so when you send it out, you're sending it to the Turbocharger group.
Yes, I am.
Okay,
So that everybody on the group can get it.
so how do you organize your various groups that you're in? Because I usually have an alphabetical list of folders, and I'll put like either by your name or by Turbocharger,
Mhm.
or because you know, there's a variety. It's like Jarvius has Team True Freedom,
Mhm.
and anyway,
Yeah, so I have my LinkedIn turbochargers and I have my bump card turbochargers. And then I have different other groups, and I have separate email lists, contact lists with different people in those lists. And so I send them messages to those different groups, depending on what list they're on. And then I have one main group where I can send a message to everybody on my list.
I got you. Meaning all your lists.
Yes, everything put together, yeah.
So let's see. If you have duplicate, like if I'm in your turbochargers and I'm in your
Right.
bump card,
Right,
right? I'd be, that's where I would be, right?
right.
And then in 5PC Global versus Christine Till bump card, right?
Mhm.
So is that two groups or one group?
So I've got even beyond my contact list with Keep, I've got all my bump card people, and not my bump card people, my tapestry people, and my 5 billion sales. I've got spreadsheets with those people listed on these spreadsheets, because those people are also on my main list in my Keep program. So you all will get the main emails that I'm sending out. And that's another thing. If I send an email out regarding the bump card or regarding 5 billion sales or tapestry, if you see an email that you like parts of or like the whole thing, you can literally copy and paste it into your own email and send it out to your own list, and just go in and tweak it a little bit so it sounds like you.
Yeah, I get you.
So you can say, like my friend Christine, when she was breaking horses, this is what happened. I don't know. I'm just giving you an idea.
Yeah, I get you. I do. I get you.
But
Okay.
you write some really great emails about your experiences that you've had in your life. I get comments from people all the time about my emails. Oh, I really like this email. Oh, thanks for sharing. And when I was down south, I got really, really sick. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Really got sick. And it was just from stress.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to carrying a little baby around all the time.
Well, and it's easy to pick up something from them.
Yeah.
And then